Hey everybody. Uh my mother believed that I had something valuable to offer in this conversation about vaccines, getting vaccinated, and uh, wearing a mask. We both, as of 2 months ago, got vaccinated. It was quick and painless, as any one of you know who's seen either of my videos of us, my vlogs of us getting vaccinated, or me. I didn't exactly take her getting in the vaccine as it happened. I should have, but I did get a vlog of her sitting in what's called the waiting area, the decompression area, whatever they call it, along with me afterward. But I digress. She said, "Why don't you tell people about the importance of getting a vaccine?" And I said, "Okay." And she said, "Oh, and wearing a mask. So let me tell you in my words why you should do it. Because there's something happening here, and it reminds me of that song that says, what it is ain't exactly clear, which goes on to say there's a man with a gun over there. I think I would change the lyrics to say there's a person who has the virus over there, and they may have got it from you and me unknowingly, or someone else. If you were wondering if I'm making a reference to the Vietnam War, I am. But instead of us being over there fighting someone that really we shouldn't have been fighting to begin with, let's face it, we're fighting a virus that we should not work to keep alive. But when you or someone else or someone else or someone else or someone else elects to not get a virus vaccine, you really do hurt the rest of us. Because if you carry that attitude into how you conduct yourself through society, how you move through society, it means that you are that much more likely to unknowingly infect someone else who may already have another illness, or you're infecting them. And how could you affect them? Well, let's say you decide to go near them. Maybe you accidentally sneeze before them. It happens, okay? And because you're not infected, you don't have the vaccine, and you're infected, you hurt them. And just by transmitting the coronavirus to them. Because you didn't get tested to find out, among other things, hey, do you have the coronavirus or not? And you didn't get vaccinated to make sure that if it's in you, it's taken out. That's not good. The reason why I used the comparison of the coronavirus with the Vietnam War is because over there, where there was that man with that gun, that man was going to kill you. The virus can kill you. So at the end of the day, why not just simply take a simple act of getting an extra layer of chemical protection within you that stops you from getting the virus, which means you don't spread it around. That is a simple thing to do. It should be. If it's not so simple for you, let people know so that we can make sure that you get vaccinated. But it should be a simple act. Wearing a mask should be a simple act. It should not be a struggle for you to put on a mask. I was looking around because I always have masks around here, even though I'm inside. But I always have masks around to put on just in case. You never know. It's better to err on the side of discomfort than to think about yourself and go out without a mask because it's comfortable, because it feels good, because you believe that your breathing is affected by it. And I understand what you're saying. But the difference between you and moi is, I always wanted to say moi, is that I decided to learn to accept how the mask felt on me and then hunt for a mask that worked. But I spent a lot of time quite literally breathing through the mask. I get what some of you are saying about how it impacts your ability to move through life, but you have to practice it. It's not so bad once you give it a chance. You have to practice it. Give it a shot. Pun intended. Give the vaccine a shot. 2, if necessary, pun intended. Because you're one more person that can either advance our ability to get over this, because there would be more of us. Imagine if all of us were vaccinated. Where would the coronavirus go? Answer, nowhere. Okay, maybe an animal, someplace like that, because it said that animals have spread the virus. Which also means what? We need to have some sort of virus for animals too. Okay? This is serious business. We don't know where this damn thing came from. It could be the product of space aliens. I'm not joking, because here's why I say that with such a cavalier regularity. A year ago, the Senate in January held classified briefings about the coronavirus. Answer me this question. Why were those damn meetings classified? Do you know? No one's asked. And today, media is more a PR organization than a truly investigative one. They're afraid to ask. Oh, don't ask, don't ask, don't ask, don't ask. I want to maintain access. Don't ask. 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 Okay? Be curious. Don't assume. And if the virus did come from a lab in Wuhan, China, okay, let's investigate what happened in that lab rather than trying to cover it up. Some people say, oh, you're being racist. No. That was never in my mind when I first read about the origins of the virus. What I was thinking, to be frank with you about, was there's somebody that's working on bioweaponry because this is the perfect weapon. I still believe that. But we shouldn't use a fear of talking about race to cover up finding out how this virus really came to be. We can talk about a great many things. We have to. In fact, we know what? We have to establish a way of talking about bioengineered attacks that recognizes that we're not being racist in doing so if we say that the virus in this case emerged from a certain country or a certain place and a certain people. It doesn't mean that the people or the place or the country are bad. It simply means that the virus came from that place. Period. End of story. The next question should be, how was it developed? Was it an accident? And how can we make sure that it not only doesn't happen again, but that we manufacture the right chemicals to put in our society to take it out of our environment. Those are the questions and the focuses we need to have. The previous president got us off the track by poking fun at people and teasing people and saying the one thing that others didn't want him to say. It didn't make anything better. So now the World Health Organization comes along and voila, 2 days ago, puts out a report that spells cover up to me. Sorry, because it tells us nothing new. Why issue it? What was the point? The best control we have over this situation is to control ourselves. Wear a mask, get vaccinated, so that we can plan for that time in the future. We can really truly go and sit next to each other at the next Super Bowl game. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com.